Welcome back. I want to walk you through floats or a float sample today. So we want to know the longest path to get to J, or we want to know various ways we can get to J. With this giving us, we can get to J in 4 ways. So number 1, we can get to J from A, then we get to B, then we go through E, and then G, and then finally J. We can equally get to J by going through A, B, D, H, and then finally J. So A, that's number 2, A, B, D, H, and J. Then we can also do A, number 3, A, everything starting from A, B, D, I, and J. Then finally, as you can see, A, C, F, and then I, J. A, C, F, I, J. So now let's look at how long it will take us, or how many days it will take us to get to J if we go through A, B, E, G, and J. So it will be 2 plus 3, which gives you 5, plus 3, 8, plus 1, 9, plus 3 gives you 12. If you go through A, B, D, H, and J, that will be 2 plus 3, 5, plus 7, 12, plus 2, 4, plus 3, 17. If we go through A, B, D, I, J, which I believe will be the longest path, it will be 2 plus 3, 5, plus D, which will be 12, because 5 plus 7 is 12. And then I will be 18 plus 3, 21. Then if we do ACFIJ, we will have 2 plus 5, 7, plus 3, 10, plus 6 will be 16, plus 3 will be 19. So I was right. The longest path is ABDIJ. So that is our critical path. And know that critical path is always 0. All right. So now that we've done this, it makes our work easier for us. So every project will start on day 1. So day 1, if you want to know the earliest finish date, we have to do earliest start date plus 2, which is this number here in the middle, minus 1. All the time. You're going to do the earliest start date plus the middle number minus 1 to get the earliest finish date. All right. In this scenario, then it will be 2. So before we get to B, then we know that if our earliest finish date for activity A is 2, then our activity for B will not start until day 3. So we say 3. What about C? C will also be 3. The reason is that activity A is flowing into B and also C. So 3 as well. Now, it makes it easier for us to calculate the earliest finish date, which will be 3 plus 3, which is 6, minus 1, 5. 3 plus 5 will be 8, minus 1, we get 7. Then, what is the earliest start date for D? The earliest start date for D, somebody will say 6, and it's right, 6. Because if activity B is starting, or sorry, is ending on day 5, then you can only start D on day 6. Likewise, activity E, also 6, because it's flowing directly into that. Here, it will be activity 8, because day 7 is ending, and then you can start F on day 8. So if you want to know or calculate the earliest finish date, it will be 6 plus 3 minus 1, which gives us 8 here. And then here we get 10. All right. So also here will be 13 minus 1, that's 12. This is flowing directly into that, so that means here will be 13. All right, this activity is also 13 because this is flowing directly into this too. Why didn't I choose 11? I didn't choose 11 because 13 is higher than 11, so I'll pick that one. You will see it coming again in some of the things we'll be doing. All right, so 8 is flowing directly into that, so that will be activity 9. So 9 plus 1, which is 10, minus 1, which is 9. 13 plus 6 is 19, minus 1, 18. So do I go for this or I go for that? Of course, I'll go for this. So 18, we can start until day 19. And I didn't say 10 because 19 is bigger than 10. All right, so now we are at the final stage. So 19 plus 3 gives us 22, minus 1, 21. Okay, so if we want to find a float, now we know where the float is, right? It's A, B, D, I, and J. So for floats, since our float is going to be 0, this is where we find floats. So float is going to be 0. Then it is incumbent on us to repeat the numbers at the top because nothing is changing there. There is no room for us to lag. So 19, 13, 18, 6, 12, 3, 5, 1, 2. Did I leave anything out? I don't think so. So let me cross them out for you to know I'm done at this point. So the float will be 0, 0, 0, 0. So if you want to do the backward pass, it will mean that this activity will have to start on day 18, just as we have here. Okay, so 18, this can start on day 19. All right, so now 18, if I want to minus 1, which will be 17, plus 1 will give me 18. Okay, so the formula is the number here minus this number plus 1. That gives me this. All right. So if I want to find the same, it means that this won't start until day 17. So now 17 minus 3 will be what? It will be 14 plus 1, 15. Still not finding float yet? Not yet. So this won't start until day 12. So now 12 minus 3 is going to be 9 plus 1, 10. This will not start until 9 because I'm going backwards, so minus 1. So 9 minus 5 gives me 4 plus 1, 5. Now I want to find floats. So what is going to be my float? So my float is going to be 7 minus 5, which is 2. 9 minus 7, which is also going to be 2. So if you calculate and you're getting different numbers, then you know that you have a problem. So if you subtract the numbers from here, if you subtract the top part, from the down part, you should get the same number. If you have a different number, then you know that you are in for trouble. All right, so this part is done. Let's cross it out. So 10 minus 8 will be 2. 12 minus 10 will also be 2. So 2 is your float. Oh, I forgot H. So 13 plus 2 will be 15 minus 1. That gives me what? 14. All right, then this should tell you that this is 18. So if I want to know my late start, that will be 18 minus 2, which is 16, plus 1, that gives me 17. Now let me find float for this before I forget again. 17 minus 13 will be 4. 18 minus 14 is also 4. All right, do we have anything left? Yes, we do. 18 minus 9 is 9. 18 minus 9 is 9. Easy one. 17 minus 8. What is 17 minus 8? 17 minus 8 is going to be 9. 15 minus 6 is equal to 9. So now I have found my floats. So this is how you do forward pass and then backward pass. They've got an awful lot of coffee in Brazil. No tea, or tomato juice. You see, no potato juice. All the farmers in Africa say, hey, hey. A politician's daughter was accused of drinking water and was fined a great big $50 bill. They've got an awful lot of coffee in Brazil. A whole lot of coffee in Brazil. They've got an